Hey student, watch this video and learn how to use since, for, and how long in English. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for joining me on another lesson. If it's your first time here, consider subscribing because from Monday to Friday, I post different kinds of English lessons, grammar, vocabulary, listening tips, reading tips, all kinds of lessons because I want to make sure that you become a better and more confident English speaker. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to teach you. Anyways, my friends, let's dive into the content. Yeah, today we are going to talk about grammar, my friends. Yeah, since, for, and how long in English. How to use these guys, the difference between them, and if you paid attention in the titles I posted, present perfect series, because since and for are very commonly used with present perfect sentences. I will explain why. How long is also a very common question when you're using present perfect or present perfect continuous. And if you want more lessons about present perfect, check out my present perfect playlist, like the ultimate present perfect list. I think there are like 5 or 6 videos. I explain a lot of things about present perfect. So make sure to check that playlist, okay? Google it, present perfect teacher Prix, and you will really find lots of lessons about present perfect. Moving on. Since and for. Basically, guys, these words are used in phrases when you want to describe something, the amount of time something has been happening. Okay, so you want to give me the amount of time. You want to inform me the amount of time. So since and for will come before the amount of time you want to inform in a phrase. But there is a difference. You can't really use these words in the same way. They both express amount of time, but they are a little bit different, all right? So here I have some examples. This is a basic explanation. I have been working as a teacher on YouTube for 4 years. Yes, for 4 years here on YouTube. Are you part of these 4 years? I hope so. Awesome. Now, the next example was since. I have been working on YouTube as a teacher since 2015. Yay, since 2015. Well, if you do the math, teacher, it's not 4 years. Yes, it is, because I began at the end of 2015, okay? So it's basically 4 years. It's not 5 years yet. So see, I have 2 examples and they are both with present perfect. So since and for, you cannot use in the present. I will show you a common mistake English learners make. Focus on present perfect or present perfect continuous with since and for. Now, there is a difference. Let's focus on for. You will use for to specify the amount of time. How much time in total? How long? How much time? So let's say I came to São Paulo in 2011. 2011. Yes, 2011. 2011. So consequently, it's not 9 years, it's 8. I have been living in São Paulo for 9 years. So I'm telling you how much time, how long, the amount of time that I have been living in São Paulo. 9 years. Oh my God, it's time for me to go somewhere else. I want to live in another place. Where should Teacher Prix live? Let me know here in the chat. If you're participating in the chat, tell me where I should live. Okay, live. Nice. Another example. I have only known Jamie. I like the word Jamie. I have only known Jamie for a few weeks, you know? So here, if you paid attention, I'm not very specific. I said a few weeks. I don't know how many, but I'm giving you the total period of time, how much time I imagine. So you don't always need to be exact. okay? You could say for about 2 months, for about, more or less, about, for about 2 months, for a few weeks. So I have only known Jamie for a few weeks. And here I used present perfect. I didn't use present perfect continuous. For and since are very commonly used with both structures. If you have questions about present perfect continuous, watch my present perfect continuous video because I give a lot of explanations there. And if you are enjoying this present perfect video with since and for, you know what you gotta do, right? Hit the like button and share it with your friends. Another example, she has been working here with us for 6 months, okay? So for the total period of time, how much time? So this is what you need to have in mind when you use for. The total period of time until now, okay? I have been working as a teacher, as an English teacher, not just on YouTube, for about 16 years. No, 16. 15 years, okay? So the total period of time until now, okay, until now. Awesome. Since, you will use since a little bit differently. You will use since to specify the starting point of an activity, a situation, an action. When I use for, I give you the total period of time until now, until this moment. But here, no, I tell you when I started, the starting point. So here I said, I have been living in São Paulo for 9 years. But here I tell you the starting point. I have been living in São Paulo since 2011. I don't tell you the total period of time until now. I tell you the starting point. 2011. I have been living in São Paulo since 2011. Now I got a question for you. Where should I live? Very well, let's see. Oh, hello, Kiko de la Rocha. Thanks for watching, my friend. I gave an interview to Kiko de la Rocha for my Brazilian followers. It's in Portuguese, so if you want to watch, he will post it in his channel tomorrow. So check it out, okay? Awesome. Next example. I have only known Jamie since September. Now, since September, the starting point is September. I don't know exactly for how long, but here I've only known Jamie for a few weeks, maybe 2, maybe 3. But here I don't care about the total period of time until now. I care about the starting point since September. She has been working with us since June. So I don't care about the total period of time. I care about the starting point, when she started, since June. So she has been working with us since June. My friend has been smoking. Terrible. Since high school. Now, if you paid attention, high school is not necessarily time, a time expression, but you understand that it's a period of time in his life. So he began smoking at that point when he was at high school. So this is very common in English, okay? Many English learners just see examples with time phrases. Since March, since 2011, well, since high school. It's possible, okay? Now, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Since and for, as I said at the beginning, and I want to emphasize that now, are used, since and for are only used with present perfect continuous and present perfect sentences. You may see in the simple past, depending on the idea, okay? Because remember, preposition for is super popular and has like a million uses, okay? So there are many different uses. So be mindful when I say that you need to use in present perfect continuous and present perfect. I'm talking about this idea of period of time. Maybe there will be another translation for, because there is. So you may see in the present, in the future, but here I'm talking about this situation. In this situation, you don't use in the present, you don't use in future, okay? You will use in present perfect and present perfect continuous because you want to describe the total amount of time until now. Okay, until the present moment, you started that activity in the past, and you want to tell me how long, how much time you have been doing that activity. So if you say, and this is a very common mistake, I know James since 2011. You don't know James, you have known James, okay? You need to use present perfect. English, I study English since September. You don't study English since September. You have been studying English since September. See, teacher makes mistakes. I make lots of them. Now, this is important. Many native speakers will understand if you do this, okay? They will understand. They'll be like, it's fine. I understand what you're saying. But it's important to speak correctly if possible, okay? Remember, communication is more important, but try to correct these mistakes. She works with us since June. No, she has been working with us since June, okay? Awesome, my friends. How long? How long is a very common question you can ask with present perfect and present perfect continuous. So this is very common, okay? You will use how long a lot. I see someone says, I hate English grammar. Well, if you hate grammar, it'll be more difficult for you to communicate. And I see other people are being very rude. So, dude, reporting you. Any unwanted hate speech? Yes. You know, people need to understand that without a structure, they can't speak. And probably if you have communication problems, it's probably because of that. These points that I'm showing you here are things that native speakers use in everyday conversations. So it's up to you how you're going to use them. Remember, this is a video where you have to interpret. How am I going to use it in my day? So here I'm showing you a question that is very common, and most of the times when we are in conversations, people don't know how to answer this, especially basic or pre-intermediate students. They don't know how to answer. They make lots of mistakes. So what I'm trying to show you here is how to sharpen your speaking skills. Interpret, okay? So how long is a question that you can use? English learners don't know how to use present perfect continuous? Well, use this. How long is a question that you can combine with present perfect. So how long have you been studying English? Well, I have been studying English since the starting point, since 2002, 2002. Well, I have been studying English for 16 years. 15, 16? I'm not very good at math, but you do the math. How long have you known Jamie? Well, I have known Jamie for about 2 years. And here, if you paid attention, I put about, for about. It's possible because if I say for 2 years, I'm being very exact, 2 years. But maybe you are not so sure. So you can say for about 2 years, okay? So that's better for you to use. So how long is a very common question. Many English learners come to me and they say, well, I don't know how to use present perfect. Well, you need to find ways, kinds of questions that you can ask in situations that are important for you. I think situations that are in your environment, things that you are in contact with. So if you use English at work, so you need to find situations at work to include these questions, to include these phrases. But if you are, I saw someone was watching and complained, I'm sorry, but I'm just being brutally honest. If you don't know this, you can survive. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do here is to show you how to use it. I'm not saying you have to study it 100% of your time. I certainly don't. I don't want you to, but it's the Tuesday class. It's the grammar class. You watch it if you want it. Moving on. Quiz time. I'm not going to be here for too long. So what are you going to do? You're going to come back. You are going to check the quiz and you are going to post your answers in the comments. So the first phrase, I have had this car for or since more than 10 years. Number 2, Jessica has spoken both English and Portuguese for or since she was a child. 3, I've been waiting for or since a few minutes. And 4, our family has lived in this house since the war or for the war. Post your answers A, B, in the comments, and I will let you know if you did a good job or not, okay? How long have you been teaching today? Well, I have been teaching since 2 p.m. Well, not on YouTube, but since 2 p.m. today. Right now in São Paulo, it's 10 to 8 p.m. So I've been teaching for a few hours, for 6 hours more or less today. Excellent. How long have you been following my lessons on YouTube? So see, find situations to include these expressions, these phrases, these structures in this sentence, in your speaking, okay? Very well. Other than that, my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Have a lovely day or a lovely night. Post your answers in the comments and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for another English lesson. Bye-bye.